Alright guys, what's up? It's Josh doing another update on my soil garden. As you can see, it's pretty big. For those of you who've seen it before, you'll know what it looks like. I got a lot of zucchini and squash this year because it's a really easy plant to grow in the ground. When I take it to a farmer's market, they usually go pretty fast. So I'm not exactly sure. I know this line is zucchini squash here. I'm going to run down the line here, see how well they're doing. I've had to water them with my water from my above ground cistern thing that I made, which they're doing pretty well. It's super dry here. I would say these I planted about 2 weeks before the cucumbers and such that I planted in the system, the aquaponics system, so they're not growing as fast as those. But that's mainly because the aquaponics ones have a constant supply of water when these don't. So I saw Sleeve Stack, saw your video. I saw that you used a sprinkler system for yours, and that'd be great for me, but my house is super far. It's up this hill, then behind that tree there, and it's really far from my house. And I wanted to try and see if I could put like an inline pump for my water cistern thing so that I can use the rainwater to sprinkler the plants so that they get a little bit better, they get a little bit of water quality than the stuff coming from my house. But this here is well, it looks like grass, but it's actually barley. I'm hoping, and see there's that line there. I did that so I could separate a lot of my plants, and I knew the barley would grow a lot faster, but it slowed down with the lack of rain. I replanted some watermelon here, and then that's watermelon. They're not doing very good because it's just too dry. That one died. I think that's cantaloupe. But all this here is hopefully going to be watermelon. I stay spot watered because I'm running low on water in my above ground cistern. I use way too much. I've got okra here. I'm really looking forward to see how okra turns out. I planted some onions in this area here, but I haven't seen but maybe a couple come up yet. Like I said, the rain's kind of killing them. And that's Buchalokia pepper. Rain's, stunting that. It's also Buchalokia. These are my tomato plants. All these I just watered. I just mowed my lawn as well so that I could get the grass tomorrow. I'm going to rake it all up, and I like how I can mulch it pretty well. It keeps me from having to weed my garden. So, like you see over there, how there's some grass growing in there. It's because I, don't have any grass there yet. I don't have any dead grass as mulch to go around the plants. And this dead grass also helps to keep in a lot of water moisture in the ground. So I noticed that a lot of the plants that have this dead grass mulched around it, like my tomato plants, are able to sustain their health, if you will, a lot better than the other plants. So the tomato plants are doing really well. And these I planted first, like right after the frost. My other tomato plants are obviously doing really well. Now you see this empty area here. Well, it's because I planted corn and beans a couple weeks ago. And what I did was I read an article on that you have your rows of corn. You have a row of corn, row of beans. Row of corn, like bush beans. Row of bush beans. Because the bush beans will actually put off nitrogen through their roots that will supply the corn with enough nutrient to grow faster like a fertilizer. So, as you can see, there's a corn plant that's coming up, and then there's bean. So they're really close by. And I'm not actually even planning on harvesting any of the beans. It's just mainly to get my corn to grow better and stronger. See, there's another row of corn there, starting to come up with beans right there. So far, I've got a pretty good plan coming down here. It needs to rain, though. It's too big of a garden for me to put sprinklers out here. I really would like to, but I would need to buy an inline pump with my hose to pump water down here from my cistern. So, well, let me show you my hops. They're still getting attacked by bugs. I bought some praying mantis eggs that I'm going to put out here to guard them. Well, the eggs won't, but the praying mantis will. But here are the hops growing here. They're doing all right. They're getting eaten quite a bit. They're bushing up really nice, so I like that. This one here is kind of looking a little pathetic, but I'm really hoping within a couple of years, they'll, you know, got strong enough roots to put out some hops for my beer. So, all right, guys. Well, this is my soil garden update, and I'll see you next week.